channel.
Hello guys, thank you for staying with us and welcome back to the channel final whistle. Yes,
right.
The younger brothers have followed in the footsteps of their elder brothers. I'm talking now on no other team than the Flying Eagles. They are following the footstep and the footprints of Super Eagles. Believe me, they let us down yesterday. I won't lie to you. But in as much as that, I think the only positive we could take out of this whole tournament was for a fact that they are going to be in Chile. But I'm telling you, if this kind of performances are going to take to Chile, we have a lot of work to do. And a lot of Nigerian football fans and faithfuls have not been happy since yesterday. A lot of people are saying the players, the coach, the management, the administration. But me and my guys here, we're here to briefly discuss and dissect what really happened yesterday in terms of player ratings, coach tactics, and everything relating to that match. Gochuku, you're welcome. You're welcome. As always, I used to do, let us start from the goalkeeping sector. Hakot, before he came off the game. How did you see Hakot? Or should we talk about the goalkeeping sector as a whole? Let's talk about the goalkeeping sector as a whole.
Yeah, I think let's put it, I want to put it this way. Akot featuring Yakubu.
Wow.
Akot featuring Yakubu. Akot started. It was supposed to be an album.
Yeah.
So Akot played his own part, sang his own verse. So
Yes.
when the part that Yakubu
We were supposed to feature, he flopped it.
was where
It was not miming.
that was where he started miming. He didn't even know the lyrics.
He went off beat.
He went off. He went flat, and that was why we saw what we saw yesterday. I think he's the scapegoat for yesterday, no doubt. He's the scapegoat for yesterday, and which tells us, says a lot about how we prepare for tournaments like this.
Yes.
Don't just put your eggs
In plan A.
Don't. That's why coaches always think outside the box. What if this guy gets injured? And we've talked about how the goalkeeper and the defense have been
The backbone
of this team.
Of this team, yeah.
Now, some couple of minutes after that, Akot went out, who has always been fantastic since the tournament started, we saw how we were dealt with. Look at that costly error. You traveled from your post like that to track the ball, and unfortunately, you didn't even get the ball. And then the defender, you gave him a chance for him to knock the ball easily into your net. When you know that your defender was even on demand, no doubt he has not had a minute in this tournament before now. So you can actually try and trace that back to maybe match rustiness.
Or he didn't want more properly
He
or
almost
anything.
gave me another attack yesterday. Before
Before that, he did something like that.
like two different errors before that time.
I don't
You
blame
understand?
him now.
So I think he does not deserve my rating this morning, but I'll give him a 1/10. But Akot,
For appearance sake.
one save before he went out, 6/10.
Okay, so the one you're giving is for appearance sake.
Yeah, for appearance, yeah.
At least it was there something. Ogochu, can you just buttress this Yakubu?
I think Hakot had a brilliant game before he was subbed off
Subbed off,
for
yeah.
injury. So for me, this South African side were a very good side yesterday, and he did the needful. 7/10, because I believe that in the nearest future we're going to see the better.
More of Hakot. I'm going to see more of
Hakot,
Hakot, okay?
But for Yakub, I would not blame him. I think I would blame the coach. It's not his fault. The coach saw his quality and put him in goal. So
Yes.
I think
Brought him to the tournament.
yes, 3/10. Because if we track back to when we went to see the boys play, it was Hakot that was in goal. Now it
friendly.
brings to question:
That means
Yes.
At
Akot
what
kept
point
all through the friendlies.
did Yakub
Deserve to be in that team.
deserve to be in the team, or has he seen this guy keep? My brother, beg, just leave the matter.
Okay, I understand your plight and every other thing. Moving on to the defense sector, which I said is the backbone of the team. The backbone, the most consistent part in that team, the combination of Okoro, Amegeri, Bami, and Chuku. Because of time, I will want you to just rate the fullbacks. Why he rate the centre backs? So in the fullbacks now, Okoro and Megeri, how would you rate their performances yesterday?
Love what they did yesterday. I would start from Megeri because a lot of us has felt like, oh, he's the weak link in the back line.
Yeah.
But since the quarterfinals,
he came to
has
the party.
stepped up.
Even
He
with
had
the
an
tight, even with the
impressive-
tight
Tight leg, yeah.
Yes. He had an impressive game yesterday. That's his flank. He manned that place. So I think he had, because they did not qualify, 5/10. But for Okoro showed that he's a good player.
Very good player.
Do you know when April came on, April tried to work on that guy? Boy, Okoro tried yesterday. Okoro, 7/10.
The two positive out of the game, I won't lie to you. 7/10,
very good
5/10 for Megeri.
Very good player.
AY, rating the centre backs, a combination of Chuku and Bami.
Let me start with Bami. I think he led by example. Solid positioning, ability to spot dangers and able to clear out when needed. I think he did that. But I think he lost his head after that goal. I think he lost it after that goal. After that goal, we started seeing so many back. He wasn't able to coordinate the back line well enough So I will give him a 6/10. But I think Chukwu had a better game than Bame yesterday.
Yeah.
Even at the point where you had a chance to maybe pull across, I'm talking about Bame.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was thinking. You had two different options. Either you have crossed the ball or
you
pass
laid
or
the
pass to
pass.
somebody. Now I don't know what he wanted to do. Eventually, the ball he hit the ball to one of the defenders of the South Africans, and then the ball came back to me.
Ricocheted, right?
So I think he was not as good as we used
You
to
should see him, okay.
Overall, he had a fantastic tournament.
Yeah, but not on
It
this
was
level.
like the brilliant sparks of this tournament. But yesterday, especially after the goal, he didn't bring. He was coordinated. Now talking about Chukwu, I think Chukwu had a fantastic game. So I will rate him ahead of
Bame.
simply because he almost got a goal. I think in the 70th minute.
Yes.
We were seeing glimpses of how he was breaking the South Africans' passes through. So I think I will rate him ahead of Bame, like I said earlier. So I'll give him a 7/10.
Yes, sir. Lovely ratings. I won't lie to you. That backline is something that we need to be proud of, no matter what happened so far in this tournament. Moving to the midfield side, for the first time in 5 games, we saw him and Ali Zubero maintain the same set of midfield as the combination of Ayuma, Oliseh, and Alabi. You understand, Jojo, the Pedro of MPFL and everything.
Know that one.
It's a nickname regardless. It's a real name. Probably maybe the Pedro in Spain got the name from Jojo. You might never know.
Are you guys not older than Pedro?
No, that's why I say maybe Pedro got the name from him. Maybe Pedro was named after Jojo. You don't know. You understand?
42 years old man, they wear Yami Lama. 42 years old man.
That's what I'm saying. One was named first now. Let me just.
We showed glimpse of Pedro.
Of Pedro. We saw a little bit of hold up. You understand?
Suleiman Alabi, I would just because they lost the game. I think that's why we are a bit harsh on them. But generally, the whole blame is not on them.
Yeah,
it's not on them because as players, I think they did the basics yesterday.
Yeah.
It's just the difference, the touch that was supposed to be the coach's job to do.
Yeah.
Now he know do not make us see this result. So I don't want to blame the players much. I felt like he had a wonderful game. Even he was better off in that midfield than Ibrahim.
Better upgrade. I won't lie to you.
You understand? He was everywhere doing his own bit. So I think he had a good game. 5/10 because they did not qualify. But then as a player, he did his own bit. Oliseh was my own issue in that game. Because I expected more from him. I believe he can give us more. I know he has more in his locker.
You have always seen it. So.
He has more in his locker, but I don't know. He's trying to play an individual game. Trying to sell himself.
Yes, sir. And he did that from the beginning of the tournament to the end.
Today, and the coach didn't say this, and we were saying it.
He felt like if he does well individually, they're going to only pick him out and take him to Europe or something.
I'm telling you, those kind of players never make it.
You forgot that this is a team sport. You think say people they play defense no say the feel score goal. You will pass ball, you want shoot and only you. You would want drive. Motorway, you know, Sabi.
Rate them.
3/10.
Oliseh.
3/10.
I think let me leave the last spot for Ayuma.
Okay, Israel Ayuma, very calm, like we used to see him. His presence added some form of calmness into the Nigerian midfield. It was the reason why we saw those beautiful first 10, 15, 20 minutes.
Yes, no lies.
He was solid. He was passing the ball across every
angles and every
angle of the pitch. He was active at both ends of the pitch. So I'll give him a 7/10.
Okay.
He would have allowed me rate.
Just Oliseh. Just give a bonus. Oliseh.
I said something yesterday.
Yeah.
Backstage. I said when.
So one day we'll go tell Oliseh the truth.
We'll tell this guy the truth. He looks promising, no doubt. He can run. I like his aggressiveness when on and off the ball. It looks like that Bruno Fernandes.
So flashy.
So flashy. He can run. I think he works hard. But now to give the final passes, the cutting edge passes that we see from an attacking midfielder to the striker is what the problem is. That is why I said it is more of a managerial problem. These are the things that you can be coached
correct,
on.
yeah. As they are still young.
You should understand. Because I just feel like he just needs to calm his game a little bit. He's still always okay when his aggressiveness to collecting the ball, he will now still put that passion into passing the ball. You understand what I'm trying to say, official? Like you play football.
Yes, you will not overdo it or you underdo it, yeah.
There are some things that you have to calmly. There was a time in the match where he had the chance from the wing and he slipped on 2 or 3 different questions. And he kept, and I'm like, calm down, young man. In as much as you can say you play similar football with the Bruno Fernandes, but at least how they Pogba.
Bruno comes down to do the last
calm down. The
things.
final passes.
Yeah.
At that time, the defenders are J3. Calm down and pass the ball well. So I feel like his problem is not something that is cannot be managed. It's just that he needs a very good manager. I just discovered that he's a very good player. We saw him in Abuja before they left for Egypt. He's a very good player. Just that he just needs one or two things to make him that perfect player that he wishes to be.
Okay, thank you very much, guys. I think fairly rated in the midfield. Going to the attack sector now, where we see the combination of Arierhi, Jefta, and Megana. I think I will leave the MPFL boy for AY. I think that is his problem. Megana, you and I are one person that I've always said from the beginning of the tournament, and the coach had to leave it to a semi-final spot for him to even give Megana a starting lineup.
That's why I said the whole blame should be on the manager. Look how Megana played yesterday. Then imagine if he had been in the tournament earlier.
He would have gelled.
With
Arierhi, the movement. I saw some one, two touches.
That boy coil like this. I just shake my head. I say, this one no be coach. Megana was, I think for me, he was the best player on the pitch.
Yesterday, yeah.
From the attackers, yeah.
Yes.
That started.
In fact, generally from the whole game, I felt like he was the best player. He did everything right for me.
Marked the ball, passed the ball, kept it simple.
And
The simplicity we're asking from Oliseh, he kept it simple and it was outstanding. Those small short passes, he kept it simple.
He was still helping my
Megeri now, track back now. For me, he had an 8/10 performance.
Okay, moving to Arierhi now and Jefta, the MPFL product.
Arierhi, very average. Very, very average. I think it was one of the reasons why we lost yesterday.
Yes.
Because now we've been talking about how we've not been getting chances to create for the attackers. The few ones that they created for you. So we had a lot of ones that were misplaced.
Yeah.
I'm talking about misplaced passes from the midfield.
Yeah.
But the few ones that you got, what happened?
What did you do with them?
What happened? He got like two different clear-cut chances. Some he hit
Blew them.
He hit it at the side net, or he placed it on the body of a defender. He just looked like a shadow of himself yesterday. And I'm like, what is going on? And which now stressed the need of why Goalkeeper has been calling for the inclusion of Benjamin Precious.
Yes.
Who has energy, who has that better accuracy.
Experience-wise,
experience, plays in Offenham, who has that 18-yard presence, who can bully defenders. Now, you left it late to bring him in. Arierhi so far, I think he had an average performance yesterday. So I will give him a 4/10. He blew all some of the chances that, if not all of the chances that we had.
Yeah.
And Clifton Jefta, I think he had his best game yesterday.
Yes.
No, I'm not saying he played well.
Yeah, but his best game so far in the tournament.
As far as this tournament is concerned, he had his
best game yesterday.
Yes.
But it was still not.
Was still average.
Jefta that I expected. It was still average because the final balls were still very poor. They were still very poor. That's why I said I think he has to be in mind, because if it was just one player that is having this situation, it is all of them. And what is happening? This is a player that has close to 9 goals in the MPFL. So what is happening? I think it's a managerial problem. Now, why is it that all of them are finding it difficult to link up? Why is it that all of them are finding it difficult to create chances? Why is it that all of them are struggling to give final passes for the strikers? So that's why I say it is a technical problem. He had a fantastic game yesterday, but he was still below average, so I give him a 4/10.
Okay, that being said, I think that's by the way. Talking about the substitutions of which we saw Rickson, we saw the likes of Amole coming, the likes of Ibrahim Awal coming, the likes of Yakubu coming. I won't lie to you. I think aside from, I think Amole was bright when he came in. Yeah. So I think I will give Amole about decent 5/10 because I saw some amazing runs. More like Adema Lokman, if you tell me some outside shot and everything. But I felt they left it too late in the tournament. South Africa saw this. Their aim was to get the goal and sit back and try and hit us at the counter. And you know that there's actually a coach in that team. That was the tactics they brought and they executed it perfectly. Properly. Finally, guys, before we go, rate the manager now. So far in yesterday's match.
Ali Zuberu.
Yeah.
Ali Zuberu.
Does he even have an assistant coach?
How many times I call him? 3 times I call him.
Yeah.
I think he didn't try at all.
At all.
If you remember, Dobisha, I was the first person that said, who goes to a tournament with 10 attackers? I was the first person that said it.
Yeah, barely a month ago.
Like a coach that knows what he's doing. That's the truth. We have to say the truth at this point in time. This is not the first time we are going into tournaments like this. And for me, I'm not going to lie to you. People might not like this thing I'm about to say. It is not about the result. It's about the performance. If I had seen the Flying Eagles that played well from the group stage up till now,
And
I
eventually
will be
lost.
the most. I will be the most
Happier
happiest
person because of the future.
I know what is at stake with the future. But right now, the future is very blink.
He's dead. The
He's
future
not
is dead.
How many of these players can we?
Eh,
Can we vouch for?
can we even go to Olympics?
I'm scared for them at the World Cup as it stands now
Ah.
that they've qualified for, because that's the bigger stage.
I'm
And
telling
then they
you.
will get humbled. they will
In
get
group stage,
ridiculed.
they want
They
to
will-
pick points.
Now, Ali Zubairu, it does not look like he knows the team at all. It does not look like, okay, now 5 different matches with 5 different
Different teams.
five different teams. You went with four defenders into a tournament.
6
And-
midfielders, 10 attackers.
10 attackers. What has happened? What would have happened if one of your defenders got injured or one was suspended? What would have?
The last time you come out to
Brought them-
Megari, we
saw-
don't see the disaster
we
we
saw the
bring
guy
in.
that-
Now you goalkeeper, you bring disaster.
You
So
bring
the
disaster.
bench are full of disaster.
And then all the attackers that you pumped your energy into did not show you anything other than
One
just one goal. So far, in a tournament that you had more than 5
games.
five games altogether. So I think for getting to this, I don't know whether to rate him based on results, but if I'm going to rate him based on the player's performance and what the future holds for him and the players too, I think he's not going to get than 3/10 for me. Because
Me,
we've seen
I would-
Siasia, we've seen some
I
other
will
very
take the
coaches
blame
do something like this
down
and they did it
to
well.
the top. I think the
Yeah,
NFF is to be blamed.
They saw it. They knew. They
We
knew
can't
their
go
boots.
from having the likes of Amunike coaching under 17. Go to that under 17 tournament 2015. See how many goals Victor Osimhen scored. Victor Osimhen was less than 17 years at the time. He had more to give than Arierhi that is playing for under 20. Those boys generally played better than this team that is playing under 20.
Yes, now we always see them play well now.
So it's about manager. We went from having the Amunikes, the Samson Siasias, now to Zubairu.
Please don't remind me.
God's
Don't
season, that's what
remind
I'm saying.
me. Thank you very
God's
much,
season.
guys. Thank you very much, guys. In over 600 minutes played in this ongoing under 20 AFCON tournament, you understand? Our coach brought 10 attackers and just one goal. Over 600 minutes played. I think that's a shameful tournament as a whole. Like I said, the only bright spark is for the fact that they qualified for Chile in the under 20 World Cup. Hopefully, the squad get
And that World
revamped.
Cup, Anyash go.
You understand? So that I think we should wish ourselves luck. I think hopefully they should be able to correct the mistakes before then, and that's a bad one. Well, feel free to go to the comment section and share your own player ratings if you are not convinced or satisfied with our own player ratings. That's our time. We see you guys.